Hello again, friends, and welcome to another episode here on Doc G's Wine and Spirits Review. I'd like to welcome you all out here today on the first day of fall, as today is the autumnal equinox. At about 8:45 this morning, we said goodbye to summer and we said hello to fall. So welcome to today's post. Today I'd like to lead you into fall with a couple drink recommendations and get you set up for what looks like to be a nice beginning to the fall season for 2024. So what I decided to do, keep it short and simple today, was just give you some, I'm going to post a little bit about some nice fall cocktails that you can introduce the fall with. I've made one here, I'll talk about that in a minute. And I've assembled some wines here on the table to give you some recommendations for what I think will be good wines to lead you into the fall. And as always, these are wines you could drink any time of the year, but I especially find them interesting and helpful for food pairings as we enter the fall season. So with that said, I'd like to say hello and cheers. And let me start by talking about what's in this glass as we get ready for the fall season. So in doing some research, I was looking around for what would be considered great fall cocktails, and the sky's the limit. So I tried to narrow it down to something that works for me, that would be easy for you, and something that's very easy for everyone to find. So what you see before me and in my hand, and which I'm sipping from, is what is called a very simple pomegranate gin and tonic. Now it's not just pomegranate and gin and tonic. There's a little extra to spice it up a little bit, and pomegranates have just been released just in time as we hit the ground running here on the first day of fall. So this drink contains gin, pomegranate juice, the pomegranate arils, which are the seeds that come out of this, and some fresh squeezed lime, a couple ounces of tonic, and a lemon wedge and a rosemary sprig for garnish. And it is a fantastically refreshing drink. You just get a little bit of hint of sweetness from the pomegranate, the pininess from the rosemary and the gin really make me think about that fall season of those earthy tones and spices that you start to bring in to the food and drink that you start to consume more often in the fall. So with that said, I want to lead you into just a brief review of some wines that I think would be worth your time to explore as you head into the fall. And you can explore any wines you want. These are Doc G's recommendations, so here we go. On the white side, the first one that I would recommend for you, and this is just a Chardonnay that I have, is a nice California Chardonnay that has a little bit of oak on it. And I would say oak because oak now is what you want, a little bit more mouthfeel for the fall as it starts to get a little bit colder. You're eating more hearty food. It's a great pairing. And this one is also aged on its lees, which means, in French they call it age sur lie, which means they stir it up on the yeast that's in the barrel until they process the wine. And it gives it that little bit of fullness and a little bit of a mouthfeel, which is really, I think, more suitable to fall. I don't prefer that kind of feeling in the hot weather of the summer. So the Chardonnay, a lightly oaked Chardonnay, and if you like it even heavier, is a great segue from summer into fall. The second white wine that I would recommend to you, and this is only not an exhaustive list, is if you can get your hands on a nice, let me lean in here and show you. This is what's called a white Bordeaux, and white Bordeaux's are usually Sauvignon Blanc mixed in with a little Semillon. And Semillon is a grape that gives it that, it kicks it up a little bit, gives it a little bit more spiciness, it gives it a little bit more roundness, and makes it a little more full-bodied instead of just that steeliness that you get and that tartness that you get with the Sauvignon Blanc. So this is a very nice smooth transition from summer into fall. It's got Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon. And you can drink Sauvignon Blanc 12 months a year. I'm not trying to say that you can't have it anytime you want it. Some other white recommendations that I would make, in addition to the two that I just showed you to get you acclimated to fall, is a wine from the Southern Rhone called Viognier. You can actually find it It's grown in many places around the world. It's grown in California, it's grown in France, it's grown in Pennsylvania, and it is a grape that has a little bit of honeyed aspect to it, more full-bodied as you have it with your food. Very aromatic, very nice for the fall as we start to get into those earthy tones and spices as we enter into the harvest season, so to speak. So Viognier, Pinot Grigio, believe it or not, if you find a really good Pinot Grigio, is a or Pinot Gris is a heavier wine. And all the wines that I just mentioned to you on the white grape variety style have a little bit of mouthfeel, and they're a little bit fuller bodied. And I think, for my palate, they're better suited to the nice fall weather that we're about to have. Although as I sit here today and the sun is setting, it just could have been a summer day, but it's a great transition day since we are now officially into the fall season here in our area. So I want to move over to the red side. I'm skipping any rosés because to me rosés are the quintessential all season wine. I tend to not drink them as much in the winter, but I do keep them around depending on the food. Maybe you get a warmer day. They're always good, but I'm going to skip them for today's presentation, and I want to present you with two ideas for reds that I think really fit the fall season, and they fit any season. As again, you know me, I'm not trying to lock you in, I'm just trying to give you advice and suggestions. So my first bit of advice is to find yourself a nice Pinot Noir. It could come from anywhere in the world. I'm starting to fall in love with Pinot Noirs since I went there last year from Oregon in the Willamette Valley. And this is one of those. I'm actually going to open this one for dinner tonight. So any Pinot Noir you can find, because of its earthiness, the spice tones that you get in it, the floral nature, make Pinot Noir the perfect and quintessential wine for the fall season, especially as we get closer to Thanksgiving and you start talking about having that big Thanksgiving feast. And finally, I'd like to close out with one that I haven't talked a lot about, but it's a wine that is fruity as well. And it's got red fruit, spiciness, it's got a little bit of acidity, very similar to Pinot Noir, a little bit bigger in body, and that is a grape called Grenache. So if you can find yourself some Grenache, I highly recommend it. This one is from a winery called Tablas Creek, which I'm going to be visiting, and stay tuned for some feedback when I'm out in Central California. But you can find Grenache on the shelf from France. You can find it on the shelf from Spain, where it's called Garnacha, and it is very inexpensive. It's a very prolific grape, and I highly recommend it as a transition grape to lead you into fall weather and the foods that you're going to start to eat a little bit more often. So there you have it, my friends. It's been a great summer. Summer just kind of disappeared on us. Poof, it's gone. We are now in our first day of fall 2024. It's great to see you all. Go find yourself a pomegranate, I was going to say martini. You could probably do one of those too. Go find yourself a pomegranate gin and tonic to say hello to fall. We'll see you next time.